Hello viewers, this is Professor Dr. V.K. Gautam. I am a psychologist and I am running a clinic by the name of BRSD Mind Care Clinic. Viewers, today I am going to discuss on some important things relating to psychological problems. Most of the people, they think that if they are having any irregular activities, non-arithmetic activities in their life, they think that they are having something wrong in their lives, and they start feelings that they are suffering from one other type of psychological problem. But there are few people who actually do not know whether they are suffering from any problem or not. So how can one decide that they are having any problem or not, that is relating to psychological disorders, mental disorders? My viewers, every time it is not necessary to have a problems relating to any psychological disorders. But before I tell you anything about it, I would like to ask from all of you whether you get disturbed in your life. First things. Second, whether you think that you don't want to live. Third things, whether you have lost your interest in any activity in your life, whether you have unnecessary, uncontrollable aggressiveness, whether you forget the relationship with the people while discussing and start speaking in irregular ways, in disrespectful ways, and after that you came into your sense, then you come to know that you have done something wrong, you have done something bad with the people. So if all these things you find in your behavior, then we can say that we are definitely suffering from any problems. Little or more, every person in this society is facing one other type of psychological disturbance. Means sometimes he does not feel proper sleepy, sometimes he cannot express his or her feeling, sometimes he or she cannot control on his or her aggressiveness, sometimes they feel very bad, sometimes they feel very upset in their life. All these activities usually happens in the life of everybody. But if this type of behavior is repeated in their life, then here the question arises. Because any psychological problem, mental disorder starts when the persons come in the repetitive behaviors. Take examples. If you are going out from your home and you lock your doors, and after stepping out 10 or 20 steps, you come to know that you have forgotten to lock the doors. Well, the door is already locked. Okay, you come back and check it again. Then you again move out and again you remember that perhaps you have not logged it, you again commit and check. Once or twice, if it happens in intervals, then it is a matter of anxiety. It is a matter of disturbance. It means your mind is not working properly. Because how can you forget the things? How can you forget the activities within few hours, within few minutes? It means either your mind is somewhere else, or you have got in the trap of big psychological problem. So my viewers, I here just want to tell you that disturbance in the life always never means that you are having any psychological problems. You may be disturbed, you may be confused, you may be upset, but if you do the meditations, you can come over it. If you change the destinations, if you change your environment, it can be okay. But every time self-doing activities cannot support the people to overcome such irregular behavior. For that purpose, you need to consult a psychologist who will go in the depth of your behavioral history and come to know that you are having certain type of psychological problem or not. If he or she declares that you are not suffering from any psychological problem and disorders, then you don't need to worry about it. But if he diagnosed certain type of psychological problems in your behavior, then it's a matter to worry about. So my viewers, I'm not creating any kind of worry in your behaviors. I'm not going to get you afraid of that. Rather, I want to make all my viewers to feel safe from mental problems. If you follow certain guidelines in your life, you can avoid such activities, you can avoid such irregular behavioral activities. But for that, you will have to control on certain activities, you will have to prevent certain activities, you will have to avoid certain environment. If you can do all this, you can overcome certain problems. If you are at the initial stage of any psychological problem or mental disorders, it can be cured and treated easily. But in spite of having any kind of irregular behavioral activities, you are continuously trying to ignore your life, your activities, then it becomes really very difficult for a psychologist to treat and to make you to overcome such problems. He can diagnose you, he can treat you, he can cure you. But my viewers, if the problem or disease is identified in advance and treatment is done in time, then we can save ourselves from a lot of mental disturbance in our life. Because whenever you face such kind of psychological problems, it not only affects your life, rather it starts disturbing the life of the people living with you, the life of the people emotionally attached to you, because they cannot separate themselves from you, your life. So my viewers, try to understand. If you find any kind of irregular behavior, non-rhythmic activities in your behavior, or repetitive behavior in your life, then don't delay and immediately go to consult a psychologist. He or she will suggest you the better therapy, counseling, or treatment technique, or clinical treatments for your problems, so that you may be happy in your life with your known, with your attached peoples, with your family members. Thanks. With this, again I shall be before you with the certain kind of other issues relating to psychological problem or mental disorders. Thanks. This is Professor Dr. V.K. Gautam from the BRSD Mind Care Clinic in your service. Thanks a lot.